Hey, it's Mike from EFXPivotPoint.com, taking a look at the day's action. It's a wild ride today, and see what we got. Look how we started the Asian session here. Where's my little drawing tool? Come here. Little drawing tool, where are you? Little drawing tool. Look at... Little drawing tool. Look how we started right here. We started the Asian session. Look, above the pivot. And look, above it, above it. They're just... Once it's here, they're just not going to let it go down. And then we moved up to where? R1 in the day, and there was a little fight here. That didn't work out so well for the bulls, which we knew it wouldn't. Comes down to the pivot, touches, bounces, comes back. We've got the pivot acted. Again, we talked about, we look for patterns on intraday, but we also look for things that previously happened that you can apply to the day. So we've got the whole Asian session and the good majority of the European session. We are above the pivot point. So you're going to have to wait for some confirmation, maybe a break here before you sell, because when a currency pair stays above one of these, the pivot point particularly, above or below it, for the Asian session and the European session, rarely do they go below it. And here's one of those rare days where it just did. Everyone knows that this was the bulls' attempt to run some stops and move up here and do their thing, but the European Union is just in shambles. So this wasn't going to hold. And look where it bounced. No kidding, right off S1. Hits it, starts to think, bounces hard. No thanks. And here we go. And we start this little, look at this, a little daily trend. And look, we're at almost, what is that? We're talking 10 points here. 10 points, 10 pips between area where it almost makes it back before we head back down south. That's interesting on the day. And where we're going, I don't know. We're getting here low. Are we going to break? Are we going to see this fall before tomorrow's numbers, which is really a precursor to NFP on Friday, where we might have the first job creation since 2007, and that would look out below. A little flag for I surrender. Alright, let's see what else we got going. Enough of that, I was getting caught up there. Alright, what else do we have on the alright, let's hide you. Let's send you down below. The pound. Look at the pound. I bought this. Look, sorry, I'm anyway, where am I? I'm upset is where I am, because I traded the euro today, and I sold a lot and made coin. But I saw this, and when you see this, what do you think this is? Well, the first thing we're going to know is that the news came out, and it was actually the pound. Remember the correlated pairs, right? The euro dollar, the pound dollar. However, they're separate, so when the news comes out that was pretty solid for the pound, actually we saw some nice movement, and you can see it get choppy. And if we look at this, we're above the pivot point. The moves it north. So for here, what should we be thinking? Well, we should be thinking pivots. Pivots. Yeah. Well, we should, because it's above the pivot point. But we should be thinking that that's probably a fib 50. And it is close to a fib 50. So we move into the beginning of the new day. I bought here and then closed it down. It just didn't feel right, but as you can see, it moved up, and it'll do this. Listen, you can trade this this is a system in and of itself. You know, you got thousands of what seem like thousands of systems, and people have got great ideas and on the factory, and you know, some of them do. But sometimes a very simple approach like this, well, here you buy at the 50 every time. You draw your fibs intraday on any big move. You buy at the 50. You use other things of Confluence. Where's my cool little tool? It's a real pain in the ass to use, but it's very effective here. We've got, you know, if you would have waited in here, would have been a decent buy here because you're near the pivot point. You're near the 50. This would have been a great buy with the stop below here, below the 61.8 intraday. In case it comes down here, you're out. It will do this the majority of time to the tune of 70% easy, and probably more, enough for you to make a living off this move. This move right here, that's all you need. Alright, and as you can see, we're getting some downward movement because I'm guessing the euro is struggling, so it's probably going to weigh on the pound. Anyway, close out of him. Where's my little drawing thing? Still there. Drawing thing, come back. Send to the tray. Move back out of. Come on, fib, disappear. There we go. And we're back down to the pivot. You think this will come down to the pivot point today? How about very, very soon? No, but it's gonna try to pull it up. Woo! Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at that. No, I don't know what all these yellow lines are. Somewhere I drew a fib and it's ugly, but boy, you can see let's look at some of my let's get rid of some of this shit. Ooh, it's going up. You think it touches here and starts to think a little bit? What do you think? All right, look here. Well, today the news. I guess we got this, you know, this down move, and then this was during the you know, the midst of the U.S. session where we had some news about the what consumer sentiment, maybe. You know, I don't know. But let's take a look at this. I mean, what do you see here? It should just jump out at you. I mean, look at that. You're above the pivot, starts to here. Why not put a you know, you've got this move right here. It's a small little fib on the intraday. You've got this pulling up, pulling up, pulling up. Why not put well, I can tell you why, because I wasn't watching this pair. Why not put a buy order in right here to R1 where it blew right through it? And look, where did it move and stop? And then hesitate and try to blow through before it. My system generated a buy signal. If I were paying attention, it would have been a very good buy signal. Why? Because the whole day was moving up. I think we're going to move up. Well, yeah, it's easy to say now. But again, a safe bet, because if you put your buy order in here, you know that the pivot point is going to be somewhere in this area, maybe a little lower, and your stops within a 50 to 75 range. Remember what we said: up, down, bounce. A little, start calling my approach the triangle trader. And look where we're going. We are going right to R1, and I'm not sure. That looks like a really solid break. I wonder if there's a level here that I'm not looking at that I don't see. Either way, this thing's going up, and my guess is it's going to go up for a while. All right, well, I don't know how long I'm getting, but I don't want to overshoot my YouTube time or they kick it back on me. So some pivots, some very nice moves today, and we will catch up tomorrow, the last day of the month, on some on what we did on the performance. So that's always a interesting video, and it will be for this month too. All right, we will see you guys later. Bye bye.